All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. Now, as I said earlier, we are going to talk about setting up your themes in your WordPress. But before that, last time we talked specifically about um, qservers.net. So we talked about how you can actually buy your domain and hosting on qservers.net. As a quick recap, let's go back to qservers.net. All right, so for those of you who probably didn't watch the first video, which you should, firstly, this is qservers.ng. All right, so here you can buy your domains and your hosting, and we bought a particular domain. We called it Zemes Designs, okay, .com.ng, and we were able to buy the domain a 1 year's hosting, 1 year subscription, and then we bought the hosting, which was for 1 month. So you can decide to buy for an entire year if you have the funds to do so. So for me, once you register, definitely you have your account, and then you can now log in. So in my own case, I have my login details. Once you've registered and once you've bought your domain, of course, you have an account on their platform. So you put in your username and your password, and then you log in. So if you did it correctly, you should see your dashboard looking like this. So you can see I have my domain, which is here, the domain that I bought. And then you also have the services, which is your hosting, that is also there. If I check under domains, okay, let me click on domains now. So you can see I have the zemedesigns.com.ng is active. Okay, so it's active right now and it's something that we can use. Let's go back a bit, and then also as I said before, if you have any issues with buying your domain, maybe you've paid for your domain and it's not reflecting on your dashboard, you can easily open a ticket. Okay, if after the first hour or so nothing is on your dashboard, you can open a ticket. They respond quickly. At least that's one good thing with qservers.net. All right, so this is for qservers. Okay, and the reason why we use this, if you remember from the last class, is because it's cheaper, and also because you can use your Nigerian debit card to pay and to renew for your domain. Now, however, if you have a dollar card, or you have a domiciliary account, like I use GTB and I have a dollar account, I can actually pay for foreign things or foreign subscriptions online. So I prefer to use Hostinger for my websites. Okay, so usually I prefer to log in with my Facebook, but of course there are several ways in which you can log in. Okay, you can either log in through your Gmail, or you can put your email and password and all that. So I'm logging in now through my um, Facebook. All right, so we are in here now. So this is my Hostinger dashboard. Now, once you register, this is actually what you see. So you need to buy two things. You need to buy your hosting and your domain. So there's a separate fee for your hosting, and then there's a separate fee for your domain. Okay, so if I just click on Hostinger, for example, let's assume you've registered. Okay, and I want to go back to, let's say I want to actually buy a specific hosting. So I can come back here and just type in Hostinger, hostinger.com. Okay, to take me out here, and then you can buy your hosting. So you can now buy the different hostings that they have here. Let's see. Okay, WordPress web hosting for small and medium businesses. So let's click on that. Okay, so you can see they have their different options here. Okay, for hosting. So you can see the different prices. You can pay monthly or you can pay yearly. Okay, so most times I prefer to pay on a yearly basis. So let me log in. Let me log back in. Okay, so now let's take a look at domains. Okay, so under domain, let's look at my domain portfolio. So you can see all the websites that I'm managing. Okay, all these are different websites for different or organizations. All right, so these are websites that I bought on Hostinger, and then I have some external ones. So these external ones, sometimes they have already bought the domain on a different platform, okay, and then I can now forward them this way. Okay, I can point them in this direction. So the domain is bought somewhere else, and then the hosting is bought, or it's now hosted on Hostinger. So these are some external you know domains which are now being hosted here. So it's almost as if the house is built somewhere but is placed on my own plot of land. So I want you to understand how that works. All right, so these are all the different domains that I actually manage. So this is what Hostinger looks like. Okay, then in terms of websites, these are the different websites that we have here. Okay, then I manage all these websites. So you can see WordPress admin. So that WP-admin that we are still going to go back to on Q servers, that's what we have here. Okay, that's what we have here. And then of course emails, so I can actually create as many emails as I like. So you can see I manage their emails as well. So if they have any problem with their emails, I help them to reset it, okay, and they can get that done. So these are all the things you can. So for those of you who want to become an agency, I highly recommend using Hostinger. But then again, of course, as I said, you must have a dollar card. You must factor in the fact that the exchange rate is very, I mean, it's not straightforward, right? Right now, the exchange rate keeps on climbing. So if you are going to charge a client, you must factor that into your planning. Okay, all that is very important. And then, of course, bank issues and all that. So you must factor that in. But in terms of service, their service is top notch. I highly recommend them. If there are any issues, they are quick to respond, and all that stuff. So okay, so let's see billing. Let me just show you billing. So my subscriptions, okay, my subscriptions, so you can see it's mostly in dollars. It's not a naira thing at all. So you can see renewal price is $17 so per year, okay. And then of course my what do you call it now, my hosting, okay, my shared hosting, because as I said, I'm using a shared hosting. So I have a lot of websites on my own particular brand of hosting. Okay, so let's see account information. Okay, all right, so this is just a short summary as to Hostinger. So you can definitely explore that option, but for the purposes of this training, we are focusing on Q servers. So let's log out from here. Okay, and then let's go back. Okay, we're at our Q servers. Now remember our website was Zeme Designs, right? So once you've already paid for your domain and hosting, it's very quick. You just go to Zeme Designs. Okay, if your browser is like mine, you can see it to show up on your browser, and then all you need to do is type wp-admin. That's all. wp-admin, and then you can now bring it up. Okay, so wp-admin, for most, if not all, WordPress websites, this is the way of getting into the back end. So no matter what the website is, you just type wp-admin and it should be able to take you to the back end. All right, so here we are. Okay, remember we are now at our back end, and now we need to put in our username and password. So I think username and password. Okay, so once I put in my username and password, it brings me to the dashboard. So remember, this is how your dashboard looks like at the back end. Now let's assume we want to see what the front end looks like. Remember, we said this is just what? Zeme Designs, okay, .com. So I want to see what the front end actually looks like. Okay, Zemes Designs, sorry, Zemes, so put an S there, zemesdesigns.com. All right, this site cannot be reached. Why? Oh, sorry, I forgot to put the ng. So zemesdesigns.com.ng. Don't worry, I'm used to strictly.com, so that's why I'm so zemesdesigns.com.ng. So you can see this was the blank sample page that we had the other time, and so now we want to actually want to change this. Definitely, this is not what we want. Now, this is a fashion outfit. Okay. Now, what is really WordPress? WordPress is what you call a content management system. So, it is a software that is used to arrange your content. So, a typical website has the home page, the about page, the gallery, contact page, maybe you have a blog. All these are content. So, WordPress is a software that helps you do that. Okay, you have a lot of other websites that have that as well. You have stuff like Wix is a very popular one, and there are a lot of other popular guys out there, but WordPress is universally loved. Okay, it's like 50% of all the websites in the world, all right, use WordPress. So it's not going away anytime soon, and the beauty about it is that you have a lot of control over it. All right, so let's take a look at it now. So we want to look search for a theme. We want to install a theme into our WordPress. So let's take a look at, if you come to the left hand side of your screen, you can see posts, media, pages, comments, appearances. Okay, now under appearances, you can see themes. Okay, themes. So these are like different designs or different templates that you can use. Now, the essence of this class is for beginners. So I don't want you to waste time. I don't want you to tell teacher, oh, you have to create everything from scratch. No, you are working with time. Even the professionals, they look for templates, they look for themes that are already in use. Now, these are the three main themes that you will see. So the one that is currently active is the 2024. You can see there's 2023, 2022. You can see 2024 is the one that's active. All right. But if you move up a bit, you can see add new theme. Okay, add new theme. So let's click on that. Add new theme. So add new theme, it now shows you, now you can see there are 6,970 themes that you can pick from. So you have so many different designs, so many different templates, so many different formats. Ocean WP 2020, Generate Press, Blocksy, Kubio. There are so many. Excuse me. All right. So there are so many that you can actually pick from. Okay, but you need to be careful with some of these designs now, because this is an open source kind of software. So somebody can wake up today, he creates something and he puts it here as part of the themes. Sometimes some of them are not very user friendly. It's difficult for you to make any adjustment. Sometimes when there are issues, it's difficult to get anybody for customer support. Some of them, they will now trick you. The kind of features that they will give you will be so simplistic. It will be difficult for you to do anything with it. And when you want the thing you want, they will say, come and pay money. And as much as possible, we are trying to cut down costs. So a lot of these templates, you need to really go and investigate them first before you try to use any of them. However, my preference and the preference for a lot of people is Astra. Okay, Astra is a very good template or theme system, and they have a lot of fine templates. So I highly recommend you start out with Astra. As you get better in working with WordPress, you can now use other templates and other systems. So let's click on install. All right, so we're installing. Okay, you can actually preview. In fact, we should have done preview first, but that's fine. You can install. So for each of these templates, you can actually preview them, okay, and preview and see what they actually look like before you actually try to install. Okay, so but in this case, let's go. Okay, so um, Astra has been successfully installed. So let's activate. Okay, so let's activate it. Okay, so let's scroll down. Let's be sure. So you can see now. Before it was 2024 that was active. now is Astra that is active. Okay, it's Astra that is now active. Okay, so that's great. So now let's go to, let's customize. Let's see, let's click on customize. All right, let's click on customize. Okay, so when you click on customize, customize now takes you to the back end of themes. Okay, so under themes, you can see now there's a lot of things that if you look at the left hand side, there are a lot of things you can do here. There's global, header builder, breadcrumb, blog, page, sidebar, footer builder, site identity, and so on. Okay, so there are so many things you can actually do at the back end here. The site identity, the menu, these two are very important. Okay, so that's what happens when you click on customize. Okay, but we don't want to do anything here yet, so we can click on this X. Okay, let's go back out. Okay, so we are back here now. So once you're here now, okay, you will see let's get started with starter templates. Now starter templates comes with Astra. Okay, you can see, or I want to build this website from scratch. Now we don't want to build it from scratch. As I said, you are working with time. A lot of you are professionals and you are busy, unless this is what you want to be dedicated to and you want to use that to practice. But even for the pros, they'd rather pick up a template, make some adjustments, and they're ready to go. All right, so let's get started with starter templates. So let's activate that. Let's click on that. All right, so please just take the time to go through this course. As I said, nothing worth doing, uh, you know, well, whatever that's worth doing is worth doing well. So just take your time, go through these videos. That's why we're recording this video, so that you can have the time to go through them over and over again. Now you have two options. You have the AI website builder and the classic starter template. Okay. Now this AI website builder, it's a function of specifically Hostinger that I use. Hostinger has their own AI website builder. So you just type in what your business is about, and the AI generates a website for you based on the input that you've put in. So if you're into construction, for example, and you type in, oh, okay, my construction is hardcore construction limited, and then you put in what it does, any information at all that you have, the AI picks it up and then brings out an entire website for you. Now that's for hosting app, but however, I highly recommend using, so up here in the upper right hand corner, you can see some options. There's AI website builder, Beaver builder, Elementor, block editor. All these are different types of builders. They help you in arranging your website. I highly recommend, as a starter, as a beginner, start with Elementor. Elementor is the best one to use. So let's click on that. So make sure you change this. This is not a step to skip. So click Elementor. Okay, so click Elementor. So we've clicked on that now. So immediately it's now going to bring out some templates. Okay, so let's see, it's loading. Okay, so another place to go is, so after you've installed your themes, all right, you've installed Astra. After you've installed Astra, you can now come back to appearance here. So under appearance, you can see starter templates. Okay, this is another way of getting into your starter templates. So let's click on that. So it's now asking, okay, classic, do you want it classic or do you want to build with templates? Okay, up here it's always best to go with Elementor, as I said previously. All right, so now we have Elementor and we now have all these designs. So you can see all these designs. Okay, some of them are premium. These are the ones you pay for, but all these other ones are free. All right, so let's scroll down. We can see we have quite a number of designs. Okay, some are still loading. Okay, some are still loading. Let me refresh. Okay, so we have all this. So you can see some brand store, electronic store, nature, planet Earth. You can see some are into fashion, some politics, so different things. Now, if you look up here, you can see you have for businesses, okay, under businesses, let's see, get essential. Okay, under businesses, we have agency, we have restaurant, hotel, travel, construction, real estate, transport, manufacturing. So you can see you already have a lot of things already ready for you. So depending on the business you want to design a website for, you already have something ready for you. Under local businesses, you have electrician, plumber, you know, roofing services, movers, transport. Under personal care, you have salon business, okay, professionals, finance, law, accounting, consulting, personal sites, portfolio, photographer, artist, author, community, school, university, event, e-commerce, okay, and then blogs. Okay, so you have different kinds of templates, all right, different kinds of templates. So for us, we're looking for fashion. So let's type fashion. Okay, that's the kind of website that we want. We want a fashion website. And here we are. You can see you have some fashion websites already set for you. Now, some of them are premium, while some of them are free. The ones that you don't see premium on, those are the ones that are free. So all these ones that are without it, then those are free. So let's take a look. We can see fashion lifestyle. Okay, okay, okay. Clothing store, and let's look at this one, fashion designer. Okay, fashion designer. So let's take a look at it. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, all right. Okay, so this one is kind of like a shop. Okay, it's virtually like a shop. All right, so this one really has e-commerce function. So how do I know that? From here I can see, some pricing, and I can also see there's a cart on top here. So this particular course is not really about e-commerce. Okay, we just want something that can just display. Now that's not to say we can't use this. We can. Okay, but let's just, before we select this, let's take a look at some other options. Let's see if we have some other options. Okay, let's take a look at this one as well. This one looks like Kate Stone fashion design. This one has a blog kind of feel to it. Okay, so let's take a look at it now. All right. Okay, Kate Stone, get 20% off. Okay. All right. Okay. I can also see raining offers, brand store. All right, David Williams. Okay, so now we can decide to go with that one, but I'm really hesitant to do that. I just want a website that just mainly displays. Okay, I don't want us to go into the e-commerce part, because that's an entire different class entirely. Okay, so let's just pick one that has to do with a small business. So let's see, local business or normal business. Let's look at restaurants. Okay, let's take a look at the restaurant. Let's see. So it doesn't matter the template you use. You can pick a template and then you can adjust it to what you want. Okay. All right. So I can see something here. This barbecue restaurant. Let's take a look at this. Okay, barbecue restaurant. All right. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. So something simple, straightforward, very good. Okay, this is what I've been looking for. So this is very nice. Okay, so this one now we can now change this. We can change all these foods to clothes. But of course, if you are designing a restaurant, okay, if you are working on a restaurant theme, then this is perfect for you to pick from. All right. So let me go out again. Let me be sure that it's not a premium. Good, it's free. So let's click on this now, and we are going to make some adjustments. All right, so first things first, you're going to upload your site logo. Okay, you can see there's already a logo here, but we want to change it to ours. So as I said, once again, it is assumed that you already have your brand logo. So let's upload. Okay, and it should be square, should be a squarish kind of a thing. So we put that Zeme. Okay, that's the name of our logo. So we can edit this, but let's just put that for now. So select, okay, and it's there. So you can see that logo is there, but I'm not liking the way this logo is looking because I'm having edges. We put these edges because we wanted it to show on our bar here. So I'm not really liking the way this looks. So let me go back here to paint. Now you remember, for as part of the tools that you need to use paint. So how do you get paint? Every system has paint. Okay, all you need to go is go to search and type paint. So you can see the app paint will come up. Okay, and then you can just say open. All right, and your paint comes up. Okay, so you go to file, open. All right, let's look for our logo. Type Zeme. All right, and then we can bring out the logo Zeme. Okay, open. Okay, so I think this one is better. Okay, I think this is better. So I would rather use this than use the other one that the edges were too wide. So let's go back here and I can change this. Okay, I can upload, select files. Okay, so it's very important that you are very particular about how your website looks. Okay, don't be lazy about it. I've seen a lot of websites that look lazy. They don't take the time to really, ensure that it's looking well. Okay, so let's take a look. Where is it? Okay, so there is his Zeme design logo. All right, so good. So let's select that. Okay, so you can see now this is better. Okay, because it doesn't have the extra additions on top. Then the second thing they will ask you to do, okay, you can determine the size. This is 120 pixels. You can increase the size if you wish. If you want to reduce the size, so you can see it's increasing and reducing as you choose. Then you can now select the font. So what kind of font would you want? You can see the font here. Okay, let's take a look down. You can see the font. You can decide to leave it as it is, or you can decide to change it. So if I click on this now, you can see the font is changing. Okay, so it changes to different fonts based on your choice. Okay, but I think I like the first one. Okay, I like the first one. It has this stylish kind of feel to it, and for most of what we are going to do, that's the best choice. Then your brand colors. Now you can see her own colors has a dash of orange and green and black. So brand colors is also very important when you are designing a website. If the person's logo has some certain colors, it's always best to ensure that the color or the feel of the website matches those colors as well. Okay, sometimes too the logo colors might be different from what the colors of the website will look like, but it's always important, especially when you're dealing with a client, ask them what are their brand colors. Okay, it's easy to tell some organizations based on their brand or their brand colors. We know Globe is all about green. We know MTN is all about yellow. We know GTB is all about orange. So different brands have different colors. Once we see those colors, we immediately attribute it to a particular brand, and that's a deliberate thing. Okay, so over time, they've sunk it into the subconscious of people's minds that this is associated with this person. So that should also reflect too on your website. All right. So in this case, I think I would like to stick with this, golden kind of color. But let's take a look at the orange. Let's see what this orange looks like. So if I click on orange now, okay, you can see it gives a different kind of feel. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, this has another feel to it. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Okay, if I decide to use red now, you can see everything goes to red pinkish, but I think I like this first one. This first one is pretty cool, so I will not change that. Okay, so let's scroll down. Is there anything else? Nothing else. So let's click on continue. Okay, continue. So they will now ask you, okay, page builder. Okay, what sort of features? That one is already selected. Contact form, that is selected. Now in this case, we are not dealing with an e-commerce website, so you don't need this. Donations, you're not expecting to do donations. Usually it's NGOs that deal with that. Okay, so free live chat. Okay, so you're not using your, we are fine. There are some other plugins, we'll talk about plugins soon, that we'll use to connect you to your live chat. And then you have automations, integration, all that is for, we'll definitely talk about all that. So for now, you don't need to click on anything here. Click on continue. Okay, so one last step, tell us a little bit about yourself. So you can decide to leave your information here. Okay, so that they can register you. Starter templates can register you and know that okay, you are part of their system and using their services. Okay, so I'm building a website for my client in this case. So you can decide to unclick this. Okay, share non-sensitive data. Now the choice is up to you. If you're designing it for yourself and you want to help them to based on information from your website to improve their services, you can leave it on. You can also decide to leave it off. Okay, so they're a pretty secure company, so you can decide to leave it on, but let's just leave it off this time. So submit and build my website. Okay, so let's get that done. So we click on submit and build my website. So you can see 7%. Right, installing the themes, the plugins, the forms, etc. So it does everything for you. So that's why I said using WordPress is actually very simple. It all just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of practice. Okay, so you can see it's building it 13%, 15%, 17, 22. Okay, 29. So it's creating the entire website for you, 34%, 90%, and you're almost there. So final finishings. So, and here we go. So congratulations, your website is ready and it took just 48 seconds to build. Okay, so I just built my website in 48 seconds with starter templates by Astra WordPress. Okay, so you can tweet this if you like, you can promote them if you want to, but there's no need. So let's visit your website. So you can go to your website, you can visit your dashboard. So let's go to the website, visit your website. So you remember how our website was looking before. Now you can see how your website is looking. So you can see already our logo is there by the side. Okay, your menu is already here, reservation is already here, all these things are already here. All right, so all you need to do now is to change all these things to fit what you want. So what we have here now is all food. So we're going to change it into fashion. All right, so you can see how beautiful this website looks without you even doing anything. Okay, all you needed to do is to just adjust this. All right, so this is how to install your themes. Now, two things are important. Number one, let's go through. We selected the Astra theme. How did we go there? We went to our template, so went to our dashboard. Okay, once you open your dashboard, let's go back there. Appearances, that's where we went to. Under appearances, you will now see your themes. Okay, so under appearance, you have themes. Okay, and that's where we selected Astra. So we installed Astra. Okay, now after we installed Astra, we were able to now start using starter template. Okay, starter template, that's very important. Under the starter template, we now selected the barbecue website, and that's what we have now. So if we now want to see all the pages, now you see every website is made up of pages. We talked about home, we talked about, we talked about what else did we talk about? We have the about us page, we have the gallery page, contact us page, and all that. So in fact, this particular website, let's take a look at it. Let's really explore the pages. Okay, so our website now, let's take a look at the pages from the front end now, what everybody is seeing. Okay, so you have home. Okay, so you can see this is the home page. Let's take a look about the about us page. So let's click on that. Okay, so this is the about us page. So you can see it has all this other stuff there too. About us, core values, the chefs, let's eat, and all that. And then you have the menu. Okay, so the menu. So their food, what kind of food they have, and all that stuff. So you can see. So this is not an e-commerce website. This is a standard dynamic website. And then you have your contact us page. Let's see where that will take us to. Very good. So you can see you have all this. All right, the contact us page, and then we have our reservation. So let's see, is reservation taking us anywhere? No. Okay, so that's fine. So now let's go back to our home page. All right, let's go back to our home page. Now under our home page, now we want to edit it. Okay, we want to edit it, but now this is from the front end. This is what you are seeing on the front end. Okay, front end, home, about us, menu, contact us. Let me show you how it looks like from the back end. So let's go back to our dashboard. Up here, left hand right corner, you see dashboard. So let's click on dashboard. Okay, so under dashboard, let's go to pages. Okay, pages is where you see all the different pages. Pages, all pages, all pages. So you can see now you have your home. You can see how it looks like here. You have your home, you have your about us, you have your contact us, you have your menu, all those things we saw in front. This is how it looks like at the back. Okay, and then you have your privacy policy, you have your sample page. Okay, you remember this sample page? This was the first page that we saw before we installed this template. All right, so let's go to home now. Under home, you can view it. If you view it, it takes you straight to the page. If you say edit, you can change some things at the back end. But then if you want to use Elementor, remember I said Elementor is one of the best, tools you can use for dragging and dropping, things that you need on your website. So let's go to edit with Elementor. Now there are two ways to access it. You can either access it from here, or when you open your website, let's go to it again, zemedesigns.com. At the top here, you can see edit page. I see edit page. So that's the second way in which to access, you can see good, edit with Elementor. So those are the two ways. You can come here, pages, you can go to home, edit with Elementor, or you can go straight to your website and then just come up here and click edit with Elementor. Okay, so let's go through this method, edit with Elementor. So let's click on that. Okay, so it's important you have Elementor installed. Definitely when you're using starter templates, you install Elementor. It comes automatically. All right, but in the event that you probably are not using starter templates, then I highly recommend you install Elementor as a plugin. All right, so you can skip all this. Don't worry, I will explain everything. So you can see now, this is how your website looks like. Now you can see on your right hand side is showing you containers. So your entire website is made up of containers. Okay, let's close this. Now let's take a look at the left hand side. Okay, each part of your website is made up of containers. So from the very top, you can see when you come here, you can see there's something that shows up here, a plus, some dots, and an X. If you click the dots, you can see edit container. Okay, so once I click on it, some options come towards the side here. You have the layout, you have your style, you have advanced. All these things have features and we'll take our time to go through. Okay, so please don't feel overwhelmed concerning this. Now, even this fine looking design here, this flowery looking design, you can see it's in a container. There's a pencil there, which is you can edit the image. It's an image that was placed there. So you can see the image on your left hand side. So you can choose this image and you can change it. If you select this text, okay, you can edit it as well. You click on edit heading. You can see on the left hand side, edit heading. So you can see the text there. Let's scroll down. Even these sticks and barbecue, we can change it. You can change this button. This is a button, reservation button. You can see once you click it, edit button. So you can now come to your left hand side and edit it. Okay, now a button is supposed to take you somewhere else. Of course, you've gone to a website before. You click on something, it takes you to a different page. You click on something else, it takes you to a different page. So that's the essence of buttons. So here is where you put the address of the new page that you are going to. Don't worry, we'll talk about all that. So I just want to show you that everything on this page can be adjusted. You can delete it. Don't go and delete it, or don't go and do that by mistake. Okay, and then you can add you can add another container if you want to. So let's assume I want to add another container here. Don't worry, we'll get to that. I just want to show you around and show you everything that is done. This one is what we call it's a container as well. Okay, it's like a sort of gallery. Okay, okay, they didn't use it as a gallery, they just added pictures. All these are different pictures. So maybe different companies that are associated with this company, they can put that there. Okay, you can still scroll down. All these are different things you can adjust. So everything is adjustable here. Everything, you can add new stuff. So how do you add new stuff? Now, up here at the left, right, upper right hand corner, you can see add element. Can you see it up here? Add element, where my cursor is. So once you click on that, okay, it now tells you the different things that you can add. Okay, so you can add a container, you can add a grid. Let's scroll down. You can add pictures, you can add video, you can add buttons, you can add text, you can add dividers. Okay, you can add forms, you can add Google Maps, you can add icons. Okay, you can add, now this is pro. Okay, this is pro, so that means these are the ones you pay for. So if you pay for this, then you get some other stuff. But the truth of the matter is, Elementor is so good that, and starter template is so good that you don't really need it. Okay, you can get all this stuff for free. Now these ones are free. You can add tabs, accordions, image, carousel, basic gallery. So all these are different stuff that you can add. Okay, you can add all this stuff, so that's fine. So we'll go through all this and then I'll explain how each of these works. Okay, so let's start with the basics now. Okay, so let's now, it's also assumed that you've already gathered a lot of content already. Now this is where I would like to introduce you to two things. I will introduce you to Chat GPT and also Canva. Now if you've not used any of these tools, I highly advise you start using them. Chat GPT is free. There's the paid version, but Chat GPT generally is free, and it's a tool that you use for gathering content. Okay, you for creating of content. So you need a write-up. So some clients will come and meet you and say, oh, okay, I'll need ideas, or they want you to design their website for them, but they don't really have an idea of what kind of write-up to use. And write-up too is very important. It might be even also for your own website. You need ideas on what to write on your website. ChatGPT is an excellent place to go. Then Canva is an excellent place for design. Okay, Canva too has its free subscription and then there's the paid subscription. If you can afford it, I highly recommend you should pay for the full subscription. You have a lot more templates and everything, but as a beginner, you can start with the free one. So this is Canva. So let me open my Canva, canva.com. I've already registered. Okay, to register is not hard. Okay, it's free of charge to register, but then you'll have a lot of templates. Okay, so you have thousands and thousands of templates depending on what you want. You can generate videos, you can do, in fact, there's a whole lot you can do. From the top here, you can see presentations, social media, video, even websites. You can create an entire website look, okay, from here. So it can give you ideas on how to do that as well. So there's so much you can do. So, but that's by the side. Let's go back to our page. So best in Richmond, Vancouver. Is it VA? That should be Vancouver, I think. I don't know where that VA is. But let's change this now. So let's click. We just clicked inside here now. Best in Richmond, VA. Alright, best in Richmond, VA. So let's say best in Abuja, Nigeria. So let's assume it's Nigeria. So okay, best in Abuja, Nigeria. So you can see I changed it here and it has reflected here. Okay, now any change that you make will not reflect immediately until you publish. Okay, until you publish. So until you publish, whatever you've done will not reflect. So this is very important. Let me take my time to explain this again. You might make a lot of changes, but those changes will not show on your website until you've published. So for example, I just changed this now to best in Abuja, Nigeria. Let's take a look at the website itself. You can see it's still showing this, right? Best in Richmond, VA. But if I publish it, let me publish. Okay, you can see now it's published. Okay, let me come back here now. Now if I refresh this page, let me refresh it. You can see now it has now changed to best in Abuja, Nigeria. Can you see? So nothing will change until you've published. Okay, so let's put this. Okay, let me see Zeme Designs. Okay, now this has to do with steak and barbecue, right? So I have two options. I can either put Zeme Designs. Okay, Zeme Designs. Let's go back to what this looks like. Let's refresh. Okay. Okay. So this steaks and barbecue now, we want it to show that, okay, this is about fashion. Okay, fashion and interior design. Okay, so you can see this is a little bit big, right? So it's covering a little too much space. We want to align it. Okay, so how do we do that? We go to style. Okay, we go to style. This is content. Content is the content, of course. Okay, see fashion and interior design, right? So we can go to style. Under style, you go to typography. Okay, typography. You can see size. So you can, if you adjust it, you can now increase the size to suit what you want. So I think this is fine. Fashion and interior design. Okay, so got it. Okay, this best in Abuja, Nigeria. I think let's change it to the Zeme Designs. Okay, let's change it to the Zeme Design so that it shows here as well. Zeme Designs. Okay, Zeme Designs. Alright, so we have fashion and interior, that. Okay, so we've changed that. Now here, you can see I have a bunch of Latin. This is supposed to be like a description. Okay, so we can change this. Now this is where your chat GPT comes into play. So you can go to chat GPT and say, okay, short description, okay, home page for Zeme Designs. Okay, for Zeme Designs, fashion and interior designer company. Should short description. You can even say 2 sentences. You can specify that 2 sentences. Okay, so once you press enter, you can see welcome to Zeme Designs, where fashion and interior design meet elegance and creativity. We specialize in creating stylish, bespoke clothing and innovative interior spaces that reflect your unique personality and tastes. So let's copy that. Okay, let's copy that and let's go back here, and then we can select everything here. Okay, you can actually do it here though, but usually I prefer that it's done here. Okay, you click here and then you can cancel that and you can paste that. So welcome to Zeme Designs, where fashion and interior design meet elegance and creativity. Okay, so we can now publish that. Okay, we can publish that. All right, that's fine. Okay, so we've changed that. Now let's take a look at the picture, this video now that we are seeing at the background that's still playing. So let's take a look and see how we can change that. So let's edit this container. So we click on it. So I click on this box with those 6 dots that you're seeing up there next to the plus and next to the X. Don't click X. So if you click it, now I think that's a very good point. Sometimes you make mistakes, okay, in this thing. So that's why don't always be in a hurry to publish. Okay, let's assume you made a mistake and you want to go back. You come here. Okay, can you see this under under this E sign? Once you click on it, okay, to the left hand corner, the upper left, once you click on it, you can see history. Okay, so once you click on history, you can see all these are the different actions that you've taken on your website. So you can go back and take your time in case you made any mistake. Okay, so that's the action. So if I want to go back now, so let's assume, what did I just do now? I changed this text, right? So if I want to go back, I just click on it. You can see it has gone back to the Latin that it was before. If I go back again here, you can see welcome to Zeme Design. So here you click here, history, and it takes you back. All right, so let's come back here now. So this meat that we're having at the back now, let's see if we can change that. So we click on this. Okay, let's go to style. Okay, under style, let's see. I can see there's a video here. Can you see video is selected? So let's click on it. Okay, let's click on video. All right, so it has, under the video, there's a video link, it's a YouTube link. So you can see there's a YouTube link that it is connecting to. So let's select it. You can select everything, copy. Let's come back to our browser here and let's paste. All right, so you can see there's a video here under YouTube.
Help drive sales, leads, or site traffic by getting your business.
All right, so now you can see this is actually the video that they are picking from. So this is a very unique way of adding videos to your content. All right, so this also means that you can actually what's the word now, have a YouTube channel. You can upload content to it, even though that's a completely different course on its own, but it's something I can still show you. Upload a particular video, and then you can actually take the link from the video and then put it on your website. So in this case now we have this, right, which is running on a loop. Good, so let's take a look at this now. Let's take a look. In fact, let's watch the full video. Let's see what the full video is on. Okay, so you have this, and it's an 18-second video, right, in slow motion. Good. So now this is what I can do. I can decide to just put a picture. It's not as if I can't just put a picture. Okay, so probably we can start off with that. Okay, but let me also show you those options. So let's go back to our Canva. All right, now under Canva we want to create a YouTube video, so you can click on more. Okay, sorry, we are doing so many things at the same time, but just as I said, take your time, go through this content. You can register on Canva, it's very easy. I can send you a link that you can use to join. All these things, we'll have links for them. So you can click on more, then you have YouTube video. Okay, so you can see YouTube video. So let's select this one. Okay, YouTube video 1080p. That's a very high resolution. So let's click on that. Okay, So 1080. So now you have your fresh template, and we are looking for a fashion video. Okay, just something that is related to fashion. Now, you as a business person, if you already have your own content, there are videos you've taken and stuff, you can decide to use that. Okay, so but in this case, let's search for one. Let's see what it will bring us. Now, under elements, if you look at the left hand side, you have elements. Okay, and then you can now put under your search, you say fashion. Okay, fashion design. So let's click on fashion design. Okay, you can bring, then let's look for videos. So I will say it again, elements, you click fashion, you type in fashion design, click enter, then to bring you some options. So let's click on videos. So videos. Okay, so you can see now, okay, you have some videos that are there. Okay, so you can see, so people measuring. Okay, you can see all that. Okay. Okay. You know, because we are Africans, it's always good to have someone African that we can use. Okay, that would also be very nice. Okay, good. So we have some very nice stuff here. I'm tending to like this one. I like the fact that this lady is just posing. Now, the reason why I also like this is because the colors are dark. Now, you should also think about that too, because you see, for example, let's take a look at what we have here. You can see we have some very golden kind of colors and you have white. It will not make sense to now put a picture that is also white as the background. Okay, then because there will be no contrast. If the text is white and the background too is white, then you have a problem. They will not see your text. So you must factor that in. If your background is dark, your text should be bright. Okay, if your background is bright, then your text should be dark. So there must be a contrast between what is in the background and what is in front, so that it comes out well. Okay, so let's go back to Canva. So you can see I really like this one. It's very simple, it's nothing too fancy. Okay, and it's 13 seconds. Okay, so that's one option. Let's see if there are any other options. So we can add page. You can see add page here. Okay, so let's see what this one looks like. Okay, this one, somebody is measuring her. Okay, this one seems more practical. Okay, so it's more about, okay, yeah, they are really going to measure you and all that stuff. So I like this one as well. Okay, but this one has some brightness to it. Okay, it has some brightness to it, so we must also consider that as well. Okay, so let's see. We have, this is like a okay, somebody's with some pins and scissors and all that. Okay, this is another one of measurements. Okay, I like this one. So you can still move down here. Sorry, I hope I'm not too fast. Okay, please watch this video as many times as you need to. Let's click again, another page. Let's drag this one here and drop it here. Okay, so you can see she's also measuring. Okay. All right, good. Okay, so let's pick this first one. As I said, it's dark, so I kind of like this one, right? So let's delete this other one. So you just select here, press delete on your system, on your keyboard, you click this other one, let's press delete. So we have only this one, right? You can stretch it. If you select it, you can stretch it out to fill the whole space. Okay, make sure it fills the whole space. Okay, good. All right, and then we can now share. You come up here, share, and then you can download. Okay, now there's a possibility, definitely, if you're okay, you can see now it gives you some options. Okay, let me start again so that you understand. Once it's filled the whole screen, you're sure everything is okay there, then you can go to share. download, and then reduce the quality. In this case, we're using it for draft. Okay, if you want it for your website, you can put 720p, and then you can put 1080 for streaming. We are not streaming, so it's either 720 or 430. So then download. Now this is one option. As I said, you can decide to put only a picture. Okay, so we are going to do those two options. So this is a video we are downloading. We are also going to look for a very nice picture so that you can see how the two look like. All right. Okay, so it's been downloaded. You can see. Now let's go and look for photos. Okay, photos. We clicked on videos before. Now let's do photos. Okay, photos. Oh, this is a lovely one. So let me delete this. Okay, so now photos, right? We're looking for photos. If I click here, let's see, can I download it straight? No, I can't. So I need to create another page. So let's go back to Canva again, canva.com. Okay, so this time I want a photo. All right, I want a photo. So let me pick one of these my pages. I want a landscape. Now you need to know the difference between landscape and portrait. For those of you that don't, let me explain. Okay, what's wrong with my internet? Okay, so now we portrait and landscape. Okay, so you can see, okay, this is what portrait means. All right, and this is what landscape means. So portrait is standing like this, like your A4 paper. Then landscape, you've turned your like a rectangle that is on its side. Okay, so that's landscape. So let's go back to Canva. You have your certificate, right? These are some certificates I've designed for some clients. These are different designs that I've done for different people. So I want something landscape. So you can decide to create something new. Okay. So I think it comes automatically this way. No, this is not what we want. Let's close this. This is not what we are looking for. Okay, so let's go back, canva.com. Now you can come to more, okay, and say you want landscape. Okay, landscape, let's say photo. Let's see. Okay, landscape. All right, this is also landscape. All right, so let's click on this one, photo book landscape. All right, good. So this is where we're going to add our picture. So once again, elements. All right, you go to fashion design. Okay, fashion design, and then go to photos. Now I really love this picture. This picture looks so nice. Okay, I really love this one. It really shows the workshop, the design, and everything. Okay, so the good thing about WordPress is that you can experiment. You can experiment with a lot of stuff. Okay, so this one is very nice. Let's add something else. Let's look at this. I like this one too, though this one really looks like a workshop. Okay, really looks like a workshop. So you can add it. Okay, set as image background, so you can see. So we can either choose this one or we can choose this one. Okay, so these ones are pretty nice, but as I said, always think of something that the colors at the background too will match. So let's assume I'm picking this one now. Okay, now I can decide I need these things to be a little bit black or a little bit darker. All right, there's a way around that actually. You can decide to add a black rectangle on top of it, and then you now reduce the transparency. So what do I mean? You go to, let's clear this. Okay, can you see shapes? So you just click on that shape. Okay, you click on it, and then you can see it's here. So you just change the color to black. Okay, change the color to black. All right, now you stretch it out, make sure it covers the entire picture. Okay, and then you can now make it transparency. You can reduce the transparency. So can you see? So you can make it as dark as possible. So let's just leave it something along these lines. So at least what is there is still visible, but it's just a little bit darker. Okay, so we can now share this. So share, you can see download. To now ask you which of the pages. Don't forget we have 2 pages. So you select the first one. So you unclick all this and you select just the first one and done. Okay, so current page, you download. Okay, all right, so we have that. You're able to download that. So we've downloaded our picture and we've downloaded our video. It's always good to arrange your work. So usually I cut it, so I have what you call my raw files. Okay, and I'll put that there under my raw files so that it's easy for me to know where everything is. All right, so I can now come back to my website now. So let's come back here. Okay, so we come back here now, and let's assume it's the what do you call it now? Now this is a YouTube link, right? If you look up here, you can see you have classic, you have gradient, you have video, and you have slideshow. Okay, so let's assume it's a picture that we want to use now. So let's start with picture. So we select picture. You can see that's classic, right? Classic is picture. So this is a picture now. So let's choose image. Choose image. Now, all these are the different images you already have. You can now upload a file. Go to select. Okay. And then go to, where did I keep that file now? Okay. Go to the folder. It's under raw. And then I can even upload both of them. So you can upload both of them so that it doesn't waste time. So you just upload. All right. Yes, there's something I forgot to mention. All right, so we are going to talk about that, but first let this finish uploading first. Size, the size of your file really matters. So let's take a look now. Let's take a look at this picture. This picture is 198 megabytes. This video, how big is this video? 1.06 megabytes. Okay, it's very important that the size of your files are very, very small. Okay, sometimes I'm sure you've gone to some websites, and when you click on them, the page will open, but before the picture or the video loads, it takes time, and that's because probably the size of the file or the size of the picture is very, very high. Okay, so I should have actually tried to see if I can reduce the file size before uploading. So let's try one of them. So this untitled design. Okay, let's go to file, open. This is paint. Remember our paint. So we're going to open that file. Let's say raw file, untitled design. It's 198 megabytes, 2 megabytes right now. That's the size of this thing. So all I need to do now is just, let me say file. Let me just say file and save first. So let me save as, okay, let me save it as a different file. Untitled design X. Okay, let's see. Oh, the size is even higher now, right? So what you can now do is this. You can resize it. Okay, so resize. So resize. You can make it 50% of what it is. So instead of 100, it should be 50. 50. Okay, so now let's save. File, save. Can you see now? It's now down to less than 1 megabyte. Okay, you can still decide to resize it again. So let's resize it to like 70. Okay, and let's save again. So we've saved. It's down to 500 kilobytes. So that also, because it's important that the size of your file also is maintained. But still, let's take a look at what we have here first. Okay. Okay, the picture is uploaded, but I can't find the video. Let's see if we can upload the video again. Where's the video? What happened that the video did not upload? Okay, so the video was uploaded. It's just that right now it's a picture we're trying to add. So let's select this picture now. Okay, in fact, let's upload the new one that we just created, the smaller one. Let's upload that one. Okay, let's upload it, Untitled Design X, because that one is a smaller file, 2 megabytes for your picture. Your picture should be as small as, the size should be as small as possible. The quality should still be there, but the size should be as small as possible. All right, so don't upload pictures. Sometimes you have clients that probably they took some snapshots with their phone, iPhone, and the size of each file is so large, and you just upload everything to your website. By the time it's trying to load them, it will take so much time, so that shouldn't be. So always reduce the size of your pictures. All right, so that's done. So let's select and let's upload. Okay, so how does it look like here? Okay, wow, it's quite dark. It's very dark. Okay, so let's publish it first. Let's see how it looks like by the time we have it at the end. Okay, so let's do this now and let's see. Okay, okay. So this looks nice. Okay, even though it's quite dark at the background, you can brighten it a bit. All you need to do, as I said, go back to Canva, transparency over here. You can increase the transparency a bit, okay, so that at least it's more visible. Do the same process again and you can get that. So this is how it looks like, with just your, so you can see we've already completed this first tab. Okay, we've already completed this first part of it. All right, now let's see how it will look like with a video. Okay, let's see how it will look like with a video. Now for the video, there are two ways to do it. You can either upload the video, okay, to YouTube and then just get the link, and then you just put the link here, or you can upload that video into your WordPress. All right, and then pick it out from WordPress itself. Okay, so let's see how that works. All right, so let's go to our WordPress. Okay, so let's go back to, I think I can close. Okay, let's go back here. So under our media, can you see media here? Okay, let's see our media. Okay, now we have actually already uploaded, remember we uploaded that video into our WordPress, right? So it's already there. So let's go back to videos now. Okay, so videos. Okay, I want to select a video. Now, instead of using video link, okay, let's go back to our media here. Under media, let's check library. Okay, library. So we've uploaded that file already. So let's check library, media, and then library. Okay, so the library is opening up. Good. So you can see you have your video that is here. Okay, so let's select it. Now, the video that you have here now, if we play it, good, you can see. All right, so you can see there's a link here under URL, file URL. So you can just copy the URL to clipboard, you copy it, then you come to your editor. So where this YouTube link once was, you can select it and replace it. Control A and Control V. Control A is to select everything, Control V is to paste. and then we've pasted it there. So can you see immediately? You can see the lady's video is now there. All right, so then we can now publish. All right, so Zeme Designs, fashion and interior design. So let's come out here now, and we can now select this. So can you see now? It is that video that we now show. So you can see how professional this looks, okay, as against a lot of websites that you have out there. So these are the kind of things you can use to wow your clients. Wow, it's looking very nice, it's looking very snazzy and a lot of stuff, okay? So we can now go back here now, okay? And we can now change this explore menu. Let's change it to explore gallery, okay? Explore gallery. These reservations, you click on it, you can see book an appointment. Okay, book, or you can just say call us or contact us. Okay, contact us. Just make it simple. All right. Now we'll put links to that later. Okay. Now this is the barbecue place, right? Definitely, we're going to remove that. So let's remove this to change that. So as I said, you can also adjust right from the screen here, or you can come here and make the adjustment. So we're changing to this to Zeme Designs. Okay, Zeme Designs. All right, so this is an icon. This is a picture for what do you call it now? For fashion. Now you can either decide to put your logo there one more time, or you can just look for an icon that has to do with that. Now for that, I highly recommend flat icons. Flat icons will give you beautiful icons that you can use. Flaticon.com. Flaticon.com, and they are free, though there's a certain number of icons you can download in a day. Okay, but you can definitely get as many icons as you choose. You can see there are thousands and thousands, if not millions, of icons. So this is where I normally go if I'm looking for an icon. So I'm looking for fashion. Okay, good. So you can see all these are fashion icons. Okay, all these are fashion icons. Okay, so let's see which one will make plenty sense. Okay, fashion. Okay, or let me put fashion design. Probably that will also help in narrowing it down. Fashion design. So you can see I have about 9,789. I like this one. Okay, this one seems very practical. So I can download it. So do you want to download it as PNG? Yes. So free download. Okay, downloading. All right, so we've downloaded it. So all I need to do now is come back here, choose image, upload file, select file, and I go to my downloads. There it is. Okay, fashion design. So I select it. Okay, you can see this is 24 kilobytes, so it's very small. So that's very good. So always take note of the size. Okay, always take note of the size. So you can see it's there now. Okay, Zeme Design. So I can go to style. Okay, under style you can increase the width if you choose, or you can still leave it as small as you wish. Okay, so you can see now here is our delicious story. So we are changing this to our let's change it to something else. So we can copy that, our delicious story. As I said, if you are feeling lazy, just come to ChatGPT. Say, what is the alternative to our delicious story for a fashion outfits. Okay, so an alternative to our delicious story could be our style journey or our fashion story. I think our style journey seems more like it. So I can copy that. Okay, I can come here, Control A, Control V, I paste that, our style journey. Now I need a description, 2 paragraphs at least. Okay, so create a 2-paragraph description for our fashion, our style journey for Zemes Designs. Okay, so they haven't given me 2 options. Now, which one do I prefer? Okay, and it's 2 paragraphs. Okay, I want to give another specification. Let the first paragraph be much shorter than the last paragraph. Okay, great. So this is perfect. So at Zeme Designs, our style journey, So I can just take this first one, okay, and then I go to my page and oops, what did I press? I've pressed well. Okay. Okay, so I come back here now. I just select all this and I paste it there. Okay. So you must be careful so that it doesn't really affect. So like this, for me, this even looks too much. So I might even reduce it. So let me go back again. Reduce the length of both paragraphs. Okay, reduce the length of both paragraphs. Good. This is even much shorter. So this is so you don't really need too much grammar on the home page. Okay. All right. Good. So this is much better. And then let's go again for the second paragraph. Our approach focuses on simplicity and elegance. Good. So let's come back here again. Simplicity, elegance. The second paragraph, we select all, Control A, Control V, and we have that. Okay, so our approach focuses on simplicity, Zeme Designs, good. So now here we have 2 pictures that we can change. Let's change these reservations to contact about us. So you can link this about us to the about us page. Okay, so but let's change these pictures now. So first let's publish this. Okay, don't forget to publish. Now we can come back to our Canva. Now for those pictures, you might have pictures already, okay, that you can decide to use. Okay, but if the person does not, then you can always come to Canva to look for pictures. So you can say fashion or how do I describe this now? Okay, you can say clothes. Okay, portraits. Let's say portraits. Now the reason why I'm adding portraits is because if you notice these pictures, the pictures that we are going to fill now, you can see they are portraits. So it's always important to specify that so that the Canva knows what to look for. So portraits, fashion. Let's see what it will give us. Photos. So you can see there are women dressed, but we're looking for black women. Let's see, black African fashion. Let's see if it will give us something. All right, this is looking nice. Okay, now I have a problem. Now you can see this, my screen is still in landscape. Okay, and what I need is what do you call it now, portraits. So there are 2 things I can do. I can either resize it, but you can't if you're using the free package, you can't resize. So I need to go back again, canva.com. Now this is the long way around though. Mind you, it's not as if you cannot just go to Google and search for African dress. Okay, search in African dress, you go to images, you will see plenty. Okay, you see, but you see, all these pictures belong to other people, and it wouldn't really be nice to use the pictures, especially from here, especially like if she's for if you are designing a website for a fashion client. It is expected that the client should already have pictures, you know, for their outfit. As a matter of fact, Zeme Designs actually does have. Okay, sorry everybody, let me just quickly go to Facebook. Under Facebook, I think Zeme Designs is there, so we can probably pick some of her clothes. Zeme Designs. Okay, Zeme Designs. Okay, Designs by Zeme. All right, good. So she has her own page. Good. So you can see some of her designs. Okay, so you can see some of her designs. So okay, now most of her designs she doesn't. It's okay. They are mostly dolls, but okay, she has some or for people that actually snapped in them. All right, so let's pick one. I think I like this one. So let's save it. So save as. Okay, as a raw to our raw folder. And then we have, which other one do we have? Okay, we have this back pose. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. Okay, we can decide to pick one. Okay, no. I saw the one of a child. Oh, good. So we can decide to pick this one too. All right, this is fantastic. All right, so we have these two. Okay, so now let's quickly go back to our page. Good. So we come back here now. We choose image and we upload. We select. First off, before we even do that, before we actually select it, let's take a look at it again. Let's choose. Okay, let's look at the media library. Now let's look at the dimensions of this thing. You can see the dimensions of this thing is 300 by 600 pixels. This is another thing that a lot of web developers don't factor in. They don't factor the size and the dimensions of the picture so that everything looks, right. So the dimension of that particular frame or container is 300 by 600. So I must make sure that my picture to fits those dimensions. So let's come back to Paint. File, open. Okay, file, open. And then let's click on this, the first picture. Now, what we are looking for is 300 by 600, right? If you look down here, you'll see 715 by 715. Okay, so let's reduce this. Okay, let's reduce this. You can see it's reducing to 584. Let's rotate it. You rotate 180 degrees and then you reduce this as well to, this is 400 by 755. Okay, 400 by 755. So I think we've done well. So but we can still reduce it for further. So let's go to resize, pixels. Uncheck this maintain aspect ratio, and then you can now change the horizontal to 300 and the vertical to 600. Okay, good. So it has reduced it to look something like this. Okay, so you can tinker with it until you have exactly what you are looking for. Okay, so let's save this. Then let's look at the other picture. Alright, so you can see this one is a very large picture. So this one now, we really need to take our time to chop it down. Okay, so let's bring it here. Okay, you come down here and you can zoom out. Okay, sorry, it seems as if I'm teaching so much within such a short amount of time. Okay, but as I said, go through the video, take your time. Okay, you can work on this as well. So good. Now let's resize. Okay, by resizing it to, this is maintain aspect ratio, let's resize it to 300, and this would be 600. Let's see how it will look like. Okay, good. It's much smaller, but it fits good. So let's save it. So both of them are 300 by 600. All right, so now we can now upload, select files. Let's go to the folder where they are saved. Good, and let's upload them. All right. All right, good. So we've done that. So let's put this as the first picture, select. Okay, and then the second picture, you select it, and then you put in the second picture. All right, good. So you can see the dimensions are exact. There's no case of, oh, one is bigger than the other, one is smaller than the other. Now, even from here, okay, let's publish. From here now, you can see you have three different devices here. This is for desktop, this is for tablet, and this is for portrait. So if you want to see how this looks like on portrait, all you need to do is click on mobile. Once you click on mobile, to show you how it looks like on your phone. So you can see, don't worry, we'll still edit all these things so that it looks better and finer. Okay, but you can already have an idea of how everything will look like on your phone. Okay, so I think this is where we'll stop for today, so that you can work on this first halves. At least let me say that you started work on your design. Okay, and then we'll continue and finish up in our homepage in another class. All right, so once again, thank you so very much. So today, what have we done? We've uploaded our theme, we've uploaded a template, we've started to work on our home page, we've added text, we've added videos, we've added pictures, we've learned how to do stuff on Canva, at least how to generate or get pictures on Canva, where to get icons if you so choose, okay, and how to do some editing for the content on your website. Okay, we've learned how to publish, we've learned how to edit. Okay, if you want to delete some things, all you need to do is to press X, or you right click, and then you can delete. Okay, so everything here is deletable. All right, so I expect that for tomorrow, throughout tonight, tomorrow, you will work on your website. You take your time to work on it. All right, try as much as possible to catch up, and you can share your link with me at any given point in time, and I can give you guidance and tips on what and how to go about it. All right, so once again, thank you so very much, and do have a wonderful night.